Good morning, manifestors. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are all doing great. I haven't been here in a while. You may have noticed. There has been a lot going on, and I'll probably go into some things on future videos because there are definitely a lot of things that I have learned in the meantime about manifesting, about life, about spirituality, many things that we discuss here. But today, I want to be about what does self-love have to do with manifesting. People keep saying like no one's going to love you until you love yourself, like you can't manifest until you love yourself. What does that really mean? It's not there is no like guy up there in the clouds with a notebook like looking at you being like, does this person love themselves? Like, oh no, they don't love themselves, I'm not going to give them things. That's not how it works. But how you feel about yourself absolutely has to do with what you receive. Because when we don't feel good about ourselves, when we don't feel like we are worthy of receiving good things, then like your own mind can work against you and block you from receiving it. I see this all the time with women who are looking for a partner, um, all the time, because somebody we will be looking for or saying they want a man, and then in the next breath, like, men are terrible, like, and like, I'm not pretty and I'm never going to have love, and I'm not, and this is why I can't have love, and like this kind of thing. It's like maybe it's not necessarily the person doesn't love herself enough, but it's the beliefs that you have about yourself that can block you, because they can block you in a couple different ways. Like you can, and this is something that I'm dealing with right now too, because the universe is telling me, it's like, look, I brought someone to your doorstep and you're not letting them in. And I'm like, I thought I was trying really hard to let them in. But it's like, no, like I was actually holding the door closed against him, because I'm like, I'm like, no, like, don't come in and see my messy apartment. Like, I'm showing you a tiny corner of my unit because it's not, it's, yeah, it is what it is. So, anyway, um, we manifest not always what we want, but we're manifesting what we actually feel, what we actually believe. And that is where, like, the self love needs to be not just like an affirmation kind of level, but it needs to be part of your DNA. It needs to be built in on like the deepest freaking level of who you are. Like you need to wake up in the morning like, I am worthy of everything. Like that is a mindset. That is what we are going for. Like there needs to be no doubt in your mind that you deserve all the good things. And that's what I mean when I'm talking about self-love and in terms of manifesting. So let me just give you permission right now to feel good about yourself. I know you don't need my permission, but I'm going to give it to you anyway, because sometimes we do like want to see someone else do it first so that you know it's okay to do it. Totally get it. Totally been there. A lot of us do come from a background, whether it's a family background or like community, religious background, whatever it is. There's been sayings like you put God first, others second, yourself third. In one of the churches I went to, they said like, no, it's God first, your family second, your career third, your country fourth, and yourself last. And I have read the entire Bible, and it's not that sentence or that like order of prioritization is not in there at all. What it does say is, and I don't remember exactly where this is, you'll have to probably Google the verse, but it says, love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul, with all your mind and with all your strength. And the second commandment that is like this is love your neighbor as yourself. So there is no distinction, there's no hierarchy. You love God, you love yourself, you love others, like with all the same kind of love. And people back in the ancient times automatically knew how to love themselves. There wasn't this, I feel like that came in with like more modern society, like the post New Testament, like Roman times, where we're thinking about this so much and putting a lot of intellectual on the spiritual, but it wasn't always that way. So the love that you have going on between you and God, that's like primary. That's the first love. If you don't believe in God, that's fine. Like, but there is, like, understand that there is love out there in the universe, and that's something you can connect to. And if you can connect to love and like give and receive love, like from the universal principle of love, like that's as that's as good as it gets, I feel like. So the love that's between you and the divine is the same love that you give to yourself. It's the same love that you give to other people. It's all one. There's no hierarchy. There's no like God first, others second, yourself. That's not how it works. There's one divine principle of the universe, and that is love. So you are love. And so when you wake up in the morning and it's like, I am love, you're going to go about your day completely differently than you would have if you're in a hierarchy. You're just going to feel different. I'm probably going to clean my place today because I feel like, and it's a different relationship towards cleaning, right? It's like yesterday when I was in this, I have to like be good enough to be worthy. I might have like been cleaning with a feeling of like fear. But today it will be based on what I want, based on like what I want my space to be like, that I want to live in. It's a very different attitude, a very different mentality. I feel like 10 times taller. I feel like the 1,000-pound weight that I've been carrying on top of my head has been just like lifted off. Just with the realization of I'm enough as I am. And so that's what I want for you guys who are watching this video, to give yourself permission to love yourself, give yourself permission to approve of yourself, to appreciate yourself, to give yourself like romance and love and caring, listen to yourself. There's just so many things that are part of self-love that is just it's going to improve your mental health. It's going to improve the just your attitudes. It's a way that you're able to function and go about every day, and definitely will get into the subconscious mind and will change what you attract, what is attracted to you, what you notice when people come up to you and talk to you. You'll be living in a completely different paradigm, a completely different level of reality. That is what we want. There is, like, we talk about the three-dimensional world, which is the physical world. That is like Earth, that we all walk around and say hi to each other. This is 3D, this is our planet. But then there's also another dimension, the spiritual reality, is fourth dimension. I believe that the spiritual reality, fourth dimension, is love. Like, that dimension is love. That's heaven. It is nothing but love, nothing but love, and like the highest frequency vibration that there is. The more that you can connect to that dimension, that spiritual four-dimensional love energy, and like allow that to live in you, that is where we're at. That is where your power to manifest will come from, having that connection more than anything else. So how do you know if you need to love yourself more? I would take this in a very simple way. How are you feeling right now? What's bothering you? And I'm not trying to say that, like, if you love yourself enough, like, or that you have cancer because you don't love yourself enough, or like there's like systemic discrimination against your people because you don't love yourself enough. That's not what I'm getting at. There are forces that are outside of our control. There are spiritual forces, natural forces, social forces that all exist. Those are all real things. However, look at what's bothering you right now. emotionally, when you think about your life, look at what comes up, what pops up as like just a point of annoyance or frustration, and go into that. And I gotta look at my notes right now. Look into that place that where you're not feeling good about something in your life. And then once you see where that place is, you want to ask some questions of yourself to uncover the truth behind why you're feeling the way you're feeling. So, like, ask yourself things like, this circumstance that I'm in that's bothering me, like, what does that say about me? What does it mean that I actually need? Are there parts of myself that I've been ignoring or not listening to? Have I made decisions about myself in the past that affect this area of my life now? And are those decisions actually based on truth? What are the words, like when I talk about this area of my life, what am I saying? What are the words that I'm using? When I post on social media about it, what am I saying? What are the sentences that come up over and over again in conversation when I'm talking with other people? Those answers to those questions, that's going to tell you where you're at. That's going to tell you how you feel about yourself. It's going to tell you how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the world, how you feel about other people, how you feel about the divine. It's going to tell you all these things, and you can look at that and like maybe write it down, look at that, and like, are these things true? Is it true? Is it true that all men are dogs? Is it true that everybody's going to leave me because my dad left me? Like, is it true? Like, whatever it is it true that like nobody of my race can ever be successful? Like, it's not true. Like, I can guarantee you that it's not true. I mean, it might be true, but it's probably not true. And if it's not true, then what is true? What is the truth? You're a child of God. You're a child of the universe. You're a human being. Just to be a human being in itself is a huge like evolutionary victory. Look at the millions of years that it took just to make human beings, and then to get from there to where we are now. You are the product of like millions of years of like victory over unfriendly forces. This is where human consciousness came from. Like, so when it comes to that, like, when the truth is that you are a child of the universe, you're connected to divine love, you are connected to all the love that there is, all the abundance that there is, and from there you're worthy. You're already worthy to have everything that you could possibly desire and think about, even more than you asked or thought about. Can you feel that in your body? Can you feel that that's true, that you are worthy, that you are divine nature, that you are a child of the universe? Can you feel that? So then when you are in a place where you're feeling negative and feeling frustrated and things aren't going right, just bring yourself back to that fourth dimensional reality where it's not, love is all there is. There's nothing but love, and you are love. And everything that you need is already there for you. It's there for you in the spiritual reality. It is waiting for you to speak it, think it, speak it, and act it into being on this planet. So that is what I have for you in terms of self-love for today. I hope you got something out of this video. If you do need some help with developing your own relationship with the divine, there is a prayer video I'm going to post below this, and that will be your first step. We'll connect you to some spiritual communities that can help you, that have helped me in the past. Like, I have like linked to like 4 different communities that I've been a part of, but you're not limited to those. You can go to pretty much anybody that resonates with you, because your journey is your own. It's your own individual thing. So yes, if you're needing help with a relationship with divine, click on the prayer video below here. Otherwise, hope you got something out of this. Happy manifesting, and hope you have an amazing Sunday or whatever day it is when you're watching this. Bye.